So this is continuing my series of sharing some of my secrets as a tarot professional and celebrating my latest book, which is available as an ebook or a book from Amazon. When you're reading for a client in person, by which I mean either by Zoom, literally in person, by phone, by WhatsApp, your deck of cards are your reference point for the reading. So just because a client asks a question does not mean that either A, you have to answer it, or B, that they're able to understand the weight of what they're asking. So as I've said in many videos, very often when a client first sits in front of me, particularly if they're a new client, the first thing I'm doing is I'm doing a reflection spread. And I'm looking at the client in front of me and I'm checking in, are they in a good mindset to be able to process what the cards are saying? And this is really important because the person that's come to you for a reading, they may have lost a loved one. They may have mental health issues that they're not even aware of themselves. They may be in an abusive relationship. This reading might be the last step before they do something really dangerous with their lives. And I don't think enough is done to highlight the importance of client care for us tarot professionals. I don't think it's okay if a client says, is my husband having an affair, to just bang down 3 cards and say, yes, your husband's having an affair, he's in love with another woman, give me 20 quid, please. I have to pick up the pieces of these kinds of readings when people come to me and say, a tarot reader has said my partner's having an affair. And I look at the cards and I might see the partner might be distracted, the partner may even be having an affair. But there's been no consideration of what that client is going to do with the information. I have lied on a handful of occasions, and I mean an absolute handful of occasions, and actually in each and every occasion I have later told the client that I lied, and I've only lied when I truly was worried whether that person would go away and do some harm to themselves. So I don't lie very often, but at the back of my mind is, what if the person isn't able to process this information right now? And a regular client may well spot the change in me, but unless you know me very well, you won't notice the change. That when I look at that initial reading and perhaps I see the 9 of Swords or the Tower or the 9 of Wands or a heavy weighting of difficult cards that shows me that this is somebody. I would also watch out for the 4 of Swords. I'm at full capacity now. That shows me this is someone who's not able to take on any more difficult news at this point. My focus will change away from prediction. And it will move into, how do you best navigate this now? And in fact, I've just done a 70-minute reading today with somebody who is asking about their marriage. They are desperately sad about the way their husband is being. And we didn't do a single prediction for, will this marriage survive? Because both the client and I knew that this wasn't the time for it. So let's say, and I'm not going to show cards because this isn't a reading, and then I will do a dummy reading in a minute as well. Let's say I've had a client in and they've said they're worried about their marriage. I've done a reflection spread to understand my client, and I'm concerned. I'm concerned that they're already one step away from breaking point. And that if the cards at this point indicate the marriage won't last, that they're going to really struggle to go home and be with their partner. What I would do is I would do a advice spread. I would do probably 3 cards, and remember, you are looking to offer the best help for the client. I always believe that. So I would probably do 3 clients. Where is my client right now? Help them to understand. Are they exhausted? Are they triggered? Are they one step away from a breakdown? Because you know what? Sometimes we can be so emotionally overwrought, we don't realise how close to the edge we are. 3 cards to reaffirm and reflect, where is my client now emotionally? I would likely do 3 cards for advice. What do you need to do right now for yourself to navigate this for yourself? Self-care. If somebody's in a difficult situation, they can get lost in trying to understand the other person. They can get lost in trying to predict what will happen, and they forget to look after themselves. So 3 cards for them to understand themselves. 3 cards for advice. What do you need to be doing for you right now? And then I would probably do, because everyone wants a bit of prediction, what can we expect from your partner in the next couple of weeks? And this will help a client to prepare. Are they going to be withdrawn? Are they going to be angry? Are they going to be feeling guilty and trying to sort of, make up a bit? I'm not asking what is their partner going to be doing with another person. I am asking what my client can expect from their partner. And this can really help to bring somebody into the present moment, because the future's not fixed. So by understanding the present moment, by navigating the present moment to the best of their ability, you give them the best chance of moving through this situation. I may well do a relationship spread, and I may well look at how is my client in this relationship? What is a problem that they need to overcome, understand, or resolve? How are they interacting with their partner? How is their partner in this relationship? What is a problem they need to overcome or, integrate or understand? How are they reacting to their partner? And at this point, it is very unlikely that I would then do past, present, future. Because if somebody is genuinely horrified that their long-term relationship feels rocky, if you get cards for the future like death or the Tower or the 5 of Pentacles or the Devil, no matter how you try and explain that, and I have seen the death be the rebirth of a relationship. A couple, perhaps, the 3 of Swords, a couple talking together honestly, and death, a rebirth. I've seen that be a positive outcome. But there's no way I could persuade a client that death means rebirth, not an end. So be really cautious about prediction if you, as the reader, don't think it's helpful. And I would usually be then ending with 3 cards. What do you most need to know right now? You as an individual. And what I'm doing, if somebody is really worried about a situation, prediction can just feed that fear. And so what do you need to know right now? What do you need to do right now? What can you expect in the next couple of weeks? And how do you deal with that? Rather than, is my husband having an affair and is he going to leave me? It is the reframing of the question focusing on how my client can navigate this rather than why is he having an affair? Is he having an affair? Will they get married and have children? Rather than running down that road of what's going on with my husband, bringing it back to my client, it can be empowering. No, it may not be giving them the answers that they think they want to hear. But one thing, if you ever book in with me, you will hear me say time and time and time again, the future's not fixed. So if the future's not fixed, then looking at practical advice for right now has to be the best way to help somebody who's in a genuinely difficult situation. Of course, there are plenty of times where someone will come to me. They've been living in a difficult relationship for quite some time, and they are ready to explore, is this the end of the relationship? Then, boy, yes, I will run with that. I really will. We're really talking about someone now who is fragile and looking for support and not ready to process the bigger picture. And I actually think it's my responsibility, by reading the cards, to be aware that someone isn't ready for that. And I know that may be very different from how other readers read, and that's absolutely absolutely fine. But I place a very big emphasis on client care. And that is why I choose to read in this way.